Someone's gonna have a game in town.
Morning glory and hallelujah, everybody. It is the morning after with Nick and Big J. We made it to another day, the 5th day of August, 2025. I say good morning to you. My name is Nick, but before we tarry any further, ladies and gentlemen, radio's Big J.
Hello.
How you feeling, Big J?
Good, man.
Nice, man. Looking
Tuesday.
good today. Hope you're
Tuesday.
feeling good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Tuesday's the best day of the week for me.
Interesting. How come?
Because I've recovered from, the weekend recovery of whatever. Sunday night always goes bad. Monday is rough. I don't know. Tuesday is just the day I have the most energy.
And then it's all downhill from there. So you
Yeah.
have 6 bad days and 1 good day.
I wouldn't call them bad.
Okay.
No. This is the best day, though.
Got it. That's interesting. I don't know of anybody. I mean, Tuesday seems like a forgotten day.
It's also Taco Tuesday.
Got it. Now it all makes sense. Now this aligns with your Big J brand. I
you.
get it. I get it. Are tacos on the agenda for dinner tonight?
I don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead.
It sounds like you might have. Just you weren't
I'm just
planning
saying
on
in
it.
general. When you say Tuesday, it's hard for me not to say it with all the taco in front of it. So.
Well, thank goodness Taco Bell didn't copyright it so that you'd be allowed to still use that term. Because Taco Tuesday, in my opinion, Big J.
As a religious follower of Taco John's, I was allowed to use it.
It's true. Taco John's misses you as much as you miss them, I think.
I know.
Today on the show, we have an opportunity for you to go to some pretty big shows. Show number 1, Ice Nine Kills, Dayseeker, Kim Dracula, and The Funeral Portrait. That show's happening later on this month at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. Show number 2 is the X Day at the Fair, Big J. Chris Daughtry showing up for us on August the 19th. We are excited. That, Big J, I think, is a Tuesday. Let me do the quick math in my head. I don't remember if it's a Tuesday or not.
I don't know if math can help you.
It
figure
is.
that
It's a Tuesday. It's your favorite day of the week.
Yeah, get some Daughtry and tacos, baby.
Dude. There you go. And the fair? They have tacos at the fair, don't they?
Yeah.
And you'll have a chance to partake in that with us free of charge later on today with some bad impressions. Plus, we need your assistance picking out a movie for Big J. I do believe, although I have missed the last 2, I have gotten the kind of cliff notes from Big J. I do believe you're on a streak of movies that you have approved for Streaming Dumbass. I think we're at 3 in a row.
3 in a row. Let me double check that, bud.
Now, none of them are like over the moon, holy bleep kind of thing, but I think we've hit several in a row that you have enjoyed.
Yeah, it's true.
There you
Man.
go. So let's see if that trend can continue. We'll have an opportunity for you to select a movie for Big J that he will watch tonight and review for you tomorrow. And that will be a good time, at least we hope, for Big J. But we also play music. We'll educate you, we'll inform you, and we'll have some fun during the course of the show as well. And we'll play some music. Like The Offspring, kicking things off here on the morning after with Nick and Big J on the X-Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Well, Big J, important stuff is brought to you by Summer of Fun. We are in the final week of the Summer of Fun. We have given away 7 trips and or $3,000 so far every single week for the summer. And we have Summer of Fun trip number 8, courtesy of Beacon Plumbing. It's an opportunity for you to go on a tour of Japan. We're talking Tokyo and Kyoto and some cherry blossoms and some good times over there on us. So if you want to get qualified for it, you're going to want to listen for your keywords. They're coming at you 4 times every weekday, 9, 11, 1, and 3. You text those in and you're qualified. And then on Monday, we draw the final winner. And you will be contacted just like Brienne was, where she took the Alaskan cruise, Big J. She said, keep your $3,000. And she said, I'm going from Boise to an Alaska cruise. So congratulations, Brienne. Enjoy that.
Yeah, nice.
Now, maybe you could win the Japan trip. We're going to give you your first keyword coming up a little bit after 9 o'clock, courtesy of Beacon Plumbing, Heating and Mechanical, and, of course, 100.3 The X-Rock. Big J, I cannot stress this enough. Stay out of the water at Brownlee and Hell's Canyon. You understand?
Okay, no. Listen, I try to stay out of most of the water here in the state of Idaho.
Idaho health officials have basically told you multiple times at this point to stay out of those reservoirs because those particular reservoirs have dangerous levels of toxin-producing algae. Now, they announced the precautionary measure following laboratory tests that revealed elevated concentrations of the bacteria in both Snake River reservoirs. The organisms produce cyanotoxins that pose serious health risks to humans, pets, and livestock. So You don't want the kids bathing in there. You don't want the kids swimming in there. You don't want the livestock kind of taking a dip, and you certainly don't want them drinking that water. So this advisory prohibits all recreational water activities, including swimming, wading, and water sports. And make sure you're diligent on this stuff. And if, like, your livestock animals take a dip in that reservoir, you got to clean them off with uncontaminated water. Otherwise, things could go bad. We're talking bad stuff inside and out. Skin rashes, hives, all sorts of problems on the exterior. And then if you like accidentally ingest some of that water, you're going to wish you didn't. I'll put it that way. Because lots of stuff is going to be coming out that you don't want coming out. Do you understand what I'm telling you, Big J?
Yeah.
So
unfortunately,
stay clear of those reservoirs, please and thank you. Big J, this season, ACC games on ESPN will broadcast real-time conversations between referees, replay officials, and the league's command center that will give viewers like you, Big J, a behind-the-scenes look at the decision-making process in some of these penalties and replays. It is a first for college football and an improvement that makes sure everyone, including fans, coaches, and broadcasters, know exactly what's going on down there. Big J, the question becomes, do you care? Does that matter to you, what is happening between the command center and the referees and the officials and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I think it's a step towards transparency. At the very least, giving people the opportunity to hear what the hell's going on. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It does not sound like you're going to hear the referees' conversations with one another, when they're talking about penalties or something like that.
Yeah, that would suck if you were one of the referees. Nobody wants that. Like, they're, all their work business being out there for everyone to criticize.
But that's exactly what this is doing. Just not in every single play.
Well, I'm not a referee.
It's true. But, at least to me, the impression that I got was the referee on the field, when it goes to replay, doesn't really have a lot of power. You know what I mean? Essentially, they're being told, here's what happened according to the replay official, call this particular play this way. Because it doesn't appear, because otherwise, what's the point? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's nice that they have a little monitor down there.
Why even have a contact with another source?
Right.
Unless they're discussing the play itself and what the right call is.
Sure. But I'm guessing that right call is coming from somewhere else that has multiple views of it, unlike the referee will have at that particular point. So that's what I'm thinking you're going to get a lot of. It's going to be a lot of, what do you see here, Bill? Well, it looks like you got both feet in, or 1 foot in because it's college football. So I believe that's a first down on the 12. And that's what you'll hear. But it'll get us excited because we get to hear things like that we haven't heard before, Big J.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched American Ninja Warrior?
Oh, of course, man.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's fun, man.
It has been renewed for season 18. That includes Matt Iseman, Akbar Bajamila, and Zuhair Hall will all be on set to return. The upcoming season is scheduled to film in Las Vegas this fall. It will introduce a new round this time around, Big J, and feature a supersized 3-lane race course where competitors will for the first time face off in head-to-head races. So you'll have 3 contestants going at one time instead of just one at a time to see if they can make it. They need to up the stakes somehow.
They just went over 2, went right to 3.
That's right. They're like, why? What's better than 2? 3. And before you know it, it'll be 17 and you won't be able to know what the hell's going on. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X-Rocks.
To the old, we're digging deep into the depths of Netflix. It's Streaming Dumbass on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
All right, Treasure Valley, we need your assistance in selecting a movie for Big J to watch tonight. You'll have 3 choices. You're not going to get the title or the stars of the movie, at least not yet. You're only going to get the plot description that was given to us from the streaming platform on which you can find all of these particular movies. Now, sometimes that gives you a lot of details. Most times, however, it doesn't. It's just a really quick sentence or two, and you've got to piece together, okay, does this sound like a movie Big J should be watching? And then you vote for the movie that you want Big J to watch by texting in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. The movie gets the most votes. Well, that's the one Big J will watch. No questions asked, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Now, the more people vote, the less likely there's a tie, which is always what we're looking for. We don't want a tie because then somebody that's kind of in the know has to make the decision, and that's not nearly as fun. So, let's get the description so you can start voting. Movie number 1. A young daughter's life is turned upside down when her mother lands in a hospital and her dad comes to look after her. Then, They decide, let's go camping in the rugged New Zealand wilderness. The pair embark on the ultimate test of family bonding. Movie number 2. A Department of Homeland Security officer works for a government surveillance program that can monitor every single person on Earth. While helping FBI agents try to find a mysterious hacker known as Disruptor, coordinated attacks happen around the world. Can they solve this puzzle in time to save the Earth? ? And finally, movie number 3. When a female computer nerd is rejected by an online dating service as being unmatchable, she declares war on the dating service itself, becoming a reluctant spokeswoman for all the frustrated singles out there using apps. Movie number 1, Living Off the Land. Movie number 2, Who Will Save Us? And movie number 3, Dating Sucks. These are your 3 movies that you have to choose from. All you need to do is text in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. And we will tabulate the votes and release the titles of all 3 movies, including the one Big J will be forced to watch.
Force.
That's going to happen next on the X Rocks. That is Metallica, Until It Sleeps, here on The Morning After with Nick and Big J. We have to get the final results for Streaming Dumbass. Have the votes been tabulated, Big J?
Yeah, they have.
We got a real barn burner today on the old text line. What movie got the least amount of votes?
Least amount of votes, movie number 1, Nick.
Movie number 1 is a film called Bookworm. It stars Elijah Wood, he of the Lord of the Rings fame, and Wilfred, of course, and Nell Fisher. It is available on Amazon Prime if you'd like to check it out. A story of a father and his young daughter bonding together by camping while their mother is battling an illness, which doesn't sound fun, but apparently it has some comedy elements to it. Bookworm is the name of that movie. What movie came in second place, Big J?
Second place, and this is close, by the way, movie number 2.
Movie number 2, War of the Worlds, starring Ice Cube and Ava.
I almost sent you a text last night. It said, please don't include this movie.
How come? I haven't watched the preview.
Because it looks awful.
Oh. Well,
and it has 0% Rotten Tomatoes.
But you don't care about Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, clearly, what everybody said about the movie is like, oh my god.
I have not watched it, but it is there. Do you like any of the War of the Worlds iterations?
Oh yeah, I love the original, and then I like the Tom Cruise movie quite a bit.
All right. You will be watching movie number 3. That movie is called Match Me If You Can. It stars Georgine Riley and Wilson Blethell, one of your favorite genres, the romantic comedy, Big J.
Oh, man.
It is available on Amazon Prime, so that is the movie that you will be watching, and you can report back tomorrow and let us know what you think. So
Catch Me If You Can?
Match Me If You Can. If you watch Catch Me If You Can, you'll watch a Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks film. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There is your Streaming Dumbass. If you want to play the home game, that movie is on Amazon Prime. We've got some important stuff. That's next on the X.
Here's
Stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by T Mazda and the pre-owned superstore. Getting financed at T Mazda even easier now thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved, no effect on your credit, so check it out today. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com and get started. Big J, science has done it.
Yes!
They published a study in the medical journal called Cell, and they analyzed samples from 7,600 different people across the United States of America. Yep. And they did so with the purpose of trying to identify the age when your body starts to break down the most, when aging starts to truly accelerate and everything starts to go downhill.
I feel like it's 48.
You know what, buddy? We are right in that wheelhouse, my friend.
Man, I know.
Researchers found between the ages of 45 and 55, that's when things really start to crumble down. Major changes occurred in tissues like the aorta, the pancreas, the spleen, etc.
My spleen!
And it basically caused people to age rapidly in that particular time period. Of course, blood vessels start to break down. All sorts of things that are not great start happening when you are 45 to 55 years old. The exact reason for this acceleration during this age time remains unclear, but they emphasize the role of making sure your lifestyle habits are on par so that these changes in your body as you start to get older affect you less negatively than if you would if you made poor health decisions. So make sure you've got a good diet, exercise, mental well-being. These will have fewer impacts on your body if that is you. If you have less of those, this 10-year age period is probably going to suck pretty hard. Ultimately, the study highlights the importance of having proactive measures for longevity and understanding when you're hitting that age frame that you've got to start making some life changes if you want to be on this mortal coil a little bit longer than you think.
I see.
So not great news for us, Big J, I guess is my point there.
Well, I mean, once it's there, it's there.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it can't get much worse until you're 65. It comes in waves, I guess.
I mean, I guess you could die during that period. That would be pretty bad, right?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. So it could get worse. Big J, Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers is the latest basketball player to take a job at his old college. He has been named the general manager of the Weber State basketball team. The school said that Lillard will work closely with the coaching staff and athletic departments to provide insight, mentorship, guidance, using his experience at the collegiate and professional levels to elevate the program. Lillard's move follows, of course, Steph Curry, who is the assistant GM at Davidson, Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks, who will serve in that same role as Oklahoma. Unlike those two, however, Damian Lillard has at least the next year to focus on this job as he rehabs his Achilles injury, so he's going to miss this next season. So I'm guessing he'll probably focus on the Weber State stuff. It still boggles my mind that this is a thing that can happen, but I understand with Steph Curry and Trae Young, these are figurehead roles. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of responsibility attached to it. It's just like, look who we have. You want to go to the league? This is the people that we have dealt with, and they can help you in that particular transition. So I get it. But Damian Lillard's got a whole year that he can focus on Weber State, if he'd like to, Big J, of course.
Get in there and do the work.
All right, Big J, we've got a little bit of tea in the celebrity world.
Oh.
I'm going to ask you, because Pamela Anderson has levied some pretty serious charges against Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester Stallone, one of your heroes, of course. But she basically has said that at one point in her career, Sylvester Stallone offered her a Porsche and a condo for her to be his, quote, number one girl. Now, she said that on an appearance of What Happens Live. That's the Bravo show. But, of course, she made that allegation during her Netflix documentary, Pamela, that came out in 2023. Since then, Sylvester Stallone said that that's not true. And Pamela Anderson has got like, why would I make that up? And Stallone said the offer was pretty specific, but he doesn't remember offering her that kind of a deal.
So he did make her an offer?
He does not. He's not claiming he made her any offer whatsoever.
It's so bizarre, it has to be true.
But Pamela Anderson said Stallone at the time told her, that's the best offer you're going to get, honey. You're in Hollywood now.
Yeah, that sounds like it's something a misogynistic dude would say in Hollywood back in the 80s.
Now, Stallone's representative says that the statement is false and fabricated, so he is on full forward denial of it. There was never a relationship. This is just something that Pamela Anderson said was thrown in her face as she was making the bounce from Canada to Hollywood and deciding to get into acting before all the Baywatch days and all that kind of stuff. So it's before Pamela. She was most famous for being a Playboy at that particular point. But, of course, I'm sure lots of terrible things like that happened to her in Hollywood in the younger days in those particular
And probably, yeah.
So
yeah, but I believe it.
I do too. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got ourselves a little bit of We're Going to Hell. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
To light, stories that are incredibly f***ed up. Oh man, we're going to hell.
Rotten hell, you worthless maggot!
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
We are headed to Pierce County, Washington for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J.
All right.
And it's probably a situation that a lot of people listening, maybe even you, have been stuck in. I know I have, when, you're trying to make ends meet, Big J, and your bleeping car breaks down. It's the worst, right?
Yeah.
You don't have any money to fix it. You're stuck in some, parking lot in, a mini mall somewhere in the middle of Washington, and you are just, in a wilderness lost, right? Mm-hmm. So you realize that your 1989 Mercury Mancuco will no longer fire. It looks like a regular old four-door sedan, okay?
Okay.
And this thing is just straight up busted. And so you realize that something's got to be done. You leave it parked in the parking lot in which it broke down for a while. You tell the owners, I'm going to go get it towed tonight. But, Big J, tow trucks are expensive, dude. I don't know if you know this or not, but they are.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when your car is broke down, you gotta call on a friend to help you out in a situation that maybe has a car dolly, you know, that one of those two-wheel trailers that you back that thing up on and you try to get it the hell out of there. And then it's a two-man job as you are probably trying to steer the back end of your car the opposite way as you're getting towed down the road. It's a really, really humbling experience, and it's not easy and it's not fun, but things can certainly go bad. Especially if your friend that has the tow dolly doesn't know what they're doing and you don't know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So it's now 3:41 in the morning at this mini mall where this car broke down. And this tow truck, basically this makeshift tow truck, is a Honda Pilot. So already it's a tough tow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this Honda Pilot has 2 donuts on it, so it's having some issues of its own, correct?
Oh, God, yeah.
And it's clear the person that brings this Honda Pilot to tow this Mercury Array has no idea what they're doing because after about an hour and a half, according to the surveillance footage, they decide, I don't know how to load this thing up on a dolly. You know what I mean? And so they decide to grab a tow rope, Big J, and tie it to the axle of the Mercury instead and try to drag it out of the parking lot using that particular method with the dolly still attached. So you've got the Honda Pilot, the dolly, like 30 feet of tow rope, and then the car, right?
Oh, God.
And they're trying to auger this thing out of this mini mall parking lot at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, God.
Well, it wouldn't be, and we're going to hell if this goes well. So the other thing you need to know is this mini mall parking lot is on a bit of an angle. So as the Honda Pilot is pulling away, they clearly didn't tie the tow rope to the axle very well, and this thing comes loose, and now the Mercury is barreling towards the stores that are by the mini mall, and it crashes directly into a teriyaki restaurant that obviously is closed, so nobody is injured. That's the good news. The bad news is the people are like, okay, it's the middle of the night, maybe we can get away with this. They don't realize they're on camera. So they back this Honda Pilot up again, and they're like, let's tie it up better this time and get the hell out of here. So they do it, and then they are able to successfully pull that Mercury out of the restaurant. Big J, as they turn the corner to get out of the restaurant's parking lot, guess what happens again?
It comes loose.
Yes. The tow rope then comes loose again, and the vehicle smashes into another part of that same teriyaki restaurant. It goes down about 50 feet before it runs into this restaurant, so there at least is that. Clearly, nobody is in the car to help press the brake, which would be, issue number 1 if you're going to tow a car that way. But also, now they have 2 accidents against them. They try a third time to get it out, but they can't. And so now this particular video has gone viral as a way not to tow a vehicle. It's not easy to do that, but this is probably why you want to talk to the professionals about something like that. If it's very clear that the person that has elected to help you has no idea what you're doing, and they're doing, and you don't know what you're doing, towing maybe not be the best strategy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially in a situation like this. So the Pierce County Police Department there have put together a video of this particular best of thing. I want to give it to you, Big J, so you can post it on the socials, because this is truly, it helps with the visual aspect of things with this We're Going to Hell story, but it proves to you that if you don't know how to tow something, you probably should.
Damn right.
Because now there's tens of thousands of dollars of damage that you're also responsible for, on top of now probably 2 busted-ass cars.
Ugh.
Not great.
Bad news.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X-Rocks.
Here's traffic inside.
That is Green Day. That is Brain Stew along with Jaded here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Always fun when we can bring you a nice little concert announcement in the middle of the week. Here comes one right now.
It's another 100.3, the X concert announcement.
Big J, who's the X bringing to town now?
Yeah, the X bringing to town Saliva, man. The X presents Saliva Saturday, September 27th at the Shriner Social Club. And a pretty cool lineup of bands coming along with them. Earshot, former X-Fest band and Free X Show alum. Austin John Winkler, he used to be the lead singer for Hinder, Nick. He has a new band called The Founder, so we'll see that. And Lilac, this is all happening on September 27th. Tickets are going to go on sale here in just a few minutes at 8 o'clock, and there is a X pre code that you can get It's Saliva X, and the first 100 tickets are just $10.03.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So we got a great pre-sale going on beginning at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock, but we'll recap all those details because we know it's a lot. But right now, enjoy some Saliva. It's Ladies and Gentlemen here on the X. That band is coming to town, all part of the X's great concert announcement that we just laid out for you. Big J, recap all the details, please.
Yeah, the X presents Saliva Saturday, September 27th at Shriner Social Club. Special guest Earshot, the founder, featuring Austin John Winkler and Lilac. And this is really cool. Tickets are on sale in just a few minutes, actually. The first 100 people that use the code SalivaX will get their tickets for just $10.03. Super happy to be partnering up and working with the Duck Club. You want tickets to this? Go to theduckclub.com/show/saliva. And these tickets are yours, and the discount, it's going to be awesome.
If all of this is too much to remember, keep an eye on the X's social media over the course of the next couple minutes. We'll be posting everything there. Direct links that you can go and grab those discount tickets while they last. First 100 people, of course, that take advantage of this deal get those tickets at the discount rate. So grab them while you can before they're gone. But this will be a fun show, man. It'll be great to see Austin from Hinder again back in town doing his thing. Earshot is fantastic. I've always loved those guys. Great to have them back. And, of course, Saliva along for the ride. That's going to be an awesome show. So it's a Saturday night, too. It'll be a great time. So keep an eye out for it and grab your tickets when they go on sale here in just a few minutes for some seriously discounted rates. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some important stuff on the way next on the X.
Search of news. Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
If this show has taught us anything, Big J, we are not average Americans. You understand me?
No,
But
we're super American.
this particular survey will not apply to us because of the hours that we work. But they did a poll of 20,000 Americans, and they found out the average bedtime for an average American.
8:30, baby.
No, that's Big J's bedtime. But you know what the average American's bedtime is?
No, man, what is it?
11:18 p.m.
What?
The study delved into participants' nighttime routine, showing that the average person begins to wind down for bedtime around 10:15, usually in bed by 10:36, and then on average, it takes us about 40 minutes for people to fall asleep once their head hits the pillow. The survey was conducted by Talker Research. It also highlights that respondents often wish they had gone to bed earlier, about 3 mornings a week.
I wish I'd gone to bed earlier.
Additionally, the study explored how sharing a bed with a partner affects sleep quality, like reasons like snoring to different nighttime routines impacting the quality of sleep that you get. They also examined how parents anticipate back-to-school season impacting their sleep patterns, with many expecting to get less sleep due to earlier wake-up times and additional responsibilities, making sure the kids get breakfast, get on the bus, have their lunch made, or whatever could impact the amount of sleep that you get. But also, it says here the average American gets about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night.
Damn.
So they're sleeping from 11:18 until 7:30 or something like that. That's because, people working 9 to 5s can have that kind of turnaround, I suppose. You know what I mean? So it's not that far off, but we still feel tired, and maybe we want to go to bed a little bit earlier. But the biggest problem, I think, continues to be that 40 minutes. If everybody went to bed at the time they actually went into their bedroom, that would be a different story. But they're on their phones futzing around or doing whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that impacts the amount of sleep time that you have as well. But we're not going to stop messing around on our phones, Big J. That much I know.
Hell no. Can't do it.
Looks like Teddy Bridgewater is headed back to the National Football League, Big J. He is going to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, according to sources that told ESPN. Bridgewater is 32 years old. Last time he suited up, Big J, he played in a playoff game. Do you remember who he played for?
The Washington Commanders?
Nope. He was a member of the team that the Washington Commanders beat, the Detroit Lions. He was Jared Goff's backup. He signed in December. He did not appear in a regular season game, but he did play in that playoff game against the Commanders, which they lost 45-31 in the divisional round. But now he is going to be Baker Mayfield's backup there in Tampa Bay and ready to play for a whole season. So if you remember, Teddy Bridgewater had that awful training camp injury when he was with the Minnesota Vikings, tried to come back and then couldn't. Then he was like a high school coach for a while. Then he came out of retirement last year to play for the Lions, and now he is back in the NFL full-time. If you are keeping an eye on new shows that you may want to watch and you like yourself a little bit of crime procedurals, ABC has got a new drama series called Killer Class. Big J, this one is based on the true story of a high school forensics club that solved real cold case murders, dude.
Damn.
There was an article written about this school back in the Tennessean in the early 2000s, and it talks about Elizabethton High School. The official logline is that tracks the unexpected formation of a forensic club that proves shockingly effective at solving real cold cases. They're calling it The Breakfast Club Meets True Crime. Big J, you like true crime? You like crime procedurals? Any interest in Killer Class, perhaps?
That might be cool.
Or is it a little
Check
bit
it
too
out.
young for you? You don't like the high school stuff?
Yeah, as long as they don't drag their stupid high school drama crap into it. Just solve some crimes.
All right, we'll see. But come on, even in your NCIS, you'd like to know who's doing who. You know what I mean? It's a little bit
No,
part of the fun.
None of that going on.
Come on. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your Pop Culture Smackdown. That's happening next on the X.
Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, we got a hell of a show hitting the Rev Center on August 17th. That's a Sunday, friends. Ice Nine Kills, Dayseeker, Kim Dracula, and The Funeral Portrait. You will win tickets here to that concert, and you'll also get in the running to meet Ice Nine Kills. So in order to get all this, you just got to beat Nick in Pop Culture Smackdown today. A little bit of a theme, Nick, as superstar wrestlers turned actors, Nick.
Okay.
You're going to have to know your knowledge on that.
Well, there's your theme, 208-287-1003. That's the number you need to call if you'd like to play today's Pop Culture Smackdown and get in on this prize. We wish you all the best of luck, and to the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, brother. What's your name?
Aaron.
All right, Aaron. You're first. Good
All
luck,
right,
man.
Aaron, in case you didn't hear, superstar wrestlers turned actors, okay? That's the theme here.
Okay.
Who played Thunder Lips in Rocky 3? Was it... I'm going to give you some hints here. Jesse Ventura, Hulk Hogan, or Ric Flair?
Hulk Hogan.
It is the Hulkster. Nick, which former wrestler starred in Magic Mike XXL and later appeared in Peacemaker on Max?
John Cena?
No.
No?
Made an appearance, didn't star in. Kevin Nash.
Who was he in Peacemaker?
I don't know. I'll have to go check that out.
Oh, I don't remember in Peacemaker at all. Well,
I think he just had a small part.
He must have. Congratulations, man. You got tickets to go check out Ice Nine Kills. Congratulations. You are going to go enjoy that show on us. You're qualified for all that cool stuff like meeting the band as well. Hang on one second, Aaron. We'll get some information from you. We got your headlines. They're next on the X Rocks.
It's Headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows. That's a first. Close call or no longer lose.
Close call.
Members of the Seattle Kraken hockey team had a close encounter with a grizzly bear while fly fishing in Alaska. The team's mascot, who I don't have to tell you is Bowie the Sea Troll, was charged by a bear during their outing in a national park. They shared the video on social media, captured the moment the bear approached Bowie, causing a bit of a scare before veering away. Kraken forward John Hayden mentioned that the bear seemed intrigued by the mascot's appearance. Despite the tense moment, the team managed to exit the water safely. The Alaskan trip was part of the team's annual community engagement partnership with the Bristol Bay Native Corporation, which also included activities at the Anchorage Hockey Academy's youth hockey camp. So isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Giving a little bit back to the people, but didn't expect to be, confronted by a bear in the process of it. But I can understand why the bear would be like, what the hell's going on with this mascot thing? He's all dressed up in a whole uniform, looks all big.
It's like I should take it apart
Probably delicious,
piece by piece.
but luckily the Kraken is okay, or the sea troll is okay. That's a first, or no longer loose.
No longer loose.
The 2-week interstate manhunt for an escaped water monitor lizard named Goose has finally come to an end. The huge reptile escaped from a home in Webster, Massachusetts on July 18th, managed to evade capture by crossing state lines not once but twice. Goose then walked into Connecticut and spent a few days there before turning around and heading back to Massachusetts, where he was captured on Saturday. Goose was in good condition, but he won't be going home to his owners. Unfortunately, Big J, you know this as well as I do. Water monitor lizards are not legal to own as pets.
I did not know that. No.
Instead, he will reside in a specially designed habitat run by reptile shows in Massachusetts. So goodbye to Goose, the water monitor lizard. Those things get big. They look dragon-esque.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
It's not like a Komodo dragon, but it's almost that size. And they have known to be a little bit aggressive. This one didn't seem to be, but was on the loose and did not want to get captured, Big J. And I can't blame him, quite frankly. He probably wasn't happy with his home.
Now he's going to be some sort of damn zoo article.
He's got his own habitat, though. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, who knows? It sounds like a sketchy place.
Reptile shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably right.
There's a bearded lady in there, too.
Speaking of zoos, that's a first is what we're going to wrap up with. A zoo in Denmark is seeking donations of small pets because they have run out of food to feed their predatory animals.
Jesus.
The zoo aims to mimic the natural food chain and ensure the welfare of proper nutrition in its carnivorous residents. In a Facebook post, the zoo explained that they will accept healthy animals like guinea pigs, rabbits, chickens that owners need to rehome. These donated pets will then be gently euthanized by trained staff before being used as fodder for the zoo's predators. Now, the zoo
They're just throwing them in those cages.
The zoo emphasized that this practice allows them to maintain the animal's natural behavior and well-being. They also indicated an interest in receiving horse donations, though they did not list any other specific pets or animals as potential donations. The online call for pet donations was accompanied by a picture of a wildcat with its mouth open. That's one of the zoo's predatory residents, but I don't know if they're going to get a lot of donations. I don't know how Denmark works. I don't feel like a lot of people would be like, yeah, this guinea pig needs to be rehomed. Why don't I have it be food for a bobcat instead? You know?
Yeah.
They shouldn't anyway. There should be some sort of connection there, I would think.
I'm sorry, little Sally. Your guinea pig Ralph here is going to a better place.
Oh, yeah? Heaven?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because the snake is hungry.
Oh, no, Daddy, why? Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. We got another keyword coming your way for Summer of Fun week number 8. That's next on the X Rocks. Alice in Chains, Rooster here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. And Big J, can we assist you in solving a problem in your life?
Yeah, man. I mean, well, I think this is a problem that I think a lot of people have yearly now as we approach the beginning of the NFL season and college football. It's like, hey, how am I going to watch my football? How am I going to get that? Because now there's like 18 different ways, and they all cost almost a fortune.
Yes, it's true.
So I'm kind of thinking like I'm going to be obviously vested more in the NFL game. And last year I did the NFL.com's, their whole NFL Plus deal.
Where you can watch it on your phone?
Yeah, where you can watch it on your phone and you can get, you get the red zone for, free and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it just sucks being stuck to your phone that way. Mm-hmm. I kind of found some ways around it, but at the same time, it wasn't the best viewing and it wasn't the most fun to watch. But here's my problem is that I also like to watch full games. I love watching the Sunday night game, so we get that with Peacock. I like watching the Monday night football games, and, on occasion, the Thursday night game I'll watch. But I got that with Prime, so that puts me in a weird place because I don't have all of the broadcast channels coming into my house, Nick, because I don't have a huge antenna
lined
up.
What about NFL Network or something like that? Do you have that? Because there are going to be some games on there, too.
Yeah, NFL Network. But see, here's the thing. That came along with the NFL Plus subscription.
Got it.
But, if you're going to get into NFL, the network, then you can't buy that as a standalone thing. That's going to be part of a package that you buy, whether it's Sling or Fubo or YouTube or what have you, Hulu Live. Hulu Live, to me, is a great option, but it's pricey, man. That's $90 a month.
Yeah. You need, and especially with the way the NFL spreads out their product now, where everybody's got a piece of something, you have to have, I think we did the math, it's like 5 subscriptions in order to see every NFL game if you want to be that kind of guy.
Unless you're a super diehard, because this year YouTube, I think, is offering the Red Zone, or not the Red Zone package, but the NFL ticket on a separate thing, and you just get those games. You're paying a huge amount of money for that. But I'm not sure, I'm not that invested into seeing every game, like every available game. I don't need to pay for that because I don't think that that's going to be me. On Sundays, I'm pretty much a red zone guy, but at the same time, I do want to see full games. So I don't know. I just know my experience last year wasn't the best.
Well, I do know that Paramount Plus does stream the CBS games, so you have that option as well.
I got 2 of the broadcasts, but, So I miss having a regular good old-fashioned TV experience when it comes to football. That we're talking like YouTube and Hulu Live can replicate that. But that's pricey, man.
It is. It's gotten more pricey, and there are certain games, like for me, I don't have access to a Fox kind of thing because I don't have an HD antenna either. So any games on Fox, I'm out on. But I have, and I blame the NFL for this, I have become just a full believer in NFL Red Zone. Like, that is how I process my Sunday football now. I barely watch any full games unless the Packers find themselves on something that I can watch. That's the only time I'll watch an honest NFL full game. Even like the Sunday Night Football game. If it's a good matchup, I'll have it on in the background, but I'm not paying a whole lot of attention. Yeah. And if it's a boring game, I will tune out almost immediately.
Yeah. You have to be forced to watch an entire game like a toddler.
Right. And like when it happens, it's usually a bore fest, and I'm like, this is why I don't do it. I'm reminded, like the Super Bowl last year was like, oh my God, it was over by the first quarter. The last 3 quarters of that game were tedious. And so it becomes that reminder of like, this is why I do it. And I never used to be that way, but I feel like when the NFL offered up Red Zone, it changed the way, it made me probably more ADD when it comes to sports, because I was just like, yes, this is fine. Watching things that are happening, actual action, cutting to games that actually have scores and things like that makes this a little bit more of a positive viewing experience for me. And then also it's one flat fee that I pay for it, and then the rest of it kind of just goes away, and I get to see what I can see. But I know you don't want to watch football that way. I get it.
Yeah, no, and so you're absolutely like against it, and I think that based on the popularity of the NFL and everything, I would say you're in the minority of this, of all the stuff that comes along with the commentary, all of the storylines, all that stuff. You hate any of that.
I don't watch any of that. It's garbage.
It's not garbage. It's entertainment, and the majority of people enjoy that. So,
well, not a majority.
I'll tell that to the NFL as they're raking in cash hand over feet, and all of that comes along with everything that's involved around that.
But still, the sports outdraws any of that actual stuff. So I'm not saying that
I don't know anymore.
Well, how do you not know?
So all I know is that the NFL atmosphere and the whole thing is more popular than it's ever been. And there's more of that stuff that goes along with these games than ever before.
Yeah, you're right.
So, they make it a spectacle of the draft, Nick, of all of those things. And none of that stuff would exist with all that other stuff surrounding it. So that's the stuff I want. So I have to consider that, too. With the choices, because you want ESPN because you want all of that stuff, and then all of it. It's a lot, man.
Yeah, I mean, you want to watch the games and you want people yelling at you about the games, so that's a lot of stuff happening and going on. So I wish you luck, buddy. I mean, it's not a problem that I am dealing with, but I understand the pain of trying to realize where do you want your money to go. Because you're going to have to spread it around, and if you like your stuff that way, you're going to end up paying it just like you did last year.
Yeah.
That's how it's probably going to
go.
go.
I didn't pay it last year. I paid one fee, and it was not as much fun.
But that's what I mean. Like, if you want that experience and you want it that kind of way, you're going to pay for it. That's how the NFL has got you by the short and curlies, pal. You'll pay for it because you want to. Morning After.
I didn't do it last year.
With Nick and Big J, you paid for something, right?
Yeah, but barely.
Well, there you go. There's your NFL update. We got ourselves some bad impressions. That's happening next on the X Rocks.
Ready to tap
Bad impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, for bad impressions here, we've got some tickets to the Western Idaho Fair. How about that? And you can come and hang out at the X's Fair Day, which will be August 19th with Mr. Daughtry. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll hook you up with these passes here if you can figure out bad impressions this morning.
All right, 208-287-1003. If you want to Western Idaho Fair it up with us on the 19th and have a great time at that show, all you have to do is figure out Big J's bad impression, which works thusly. Big J has 3 clues. They all revolve around somebody pretty famous.
Yeah.
And if you can figure out who that famous person is in 3 clues or less, it doesn't necessarily always take all 3. But if you can figure it out, it'll be you going to the fair, having the time of your life, riding the rides, hanging out with Chris Daughtry, singing on stage together. Can't promise that last part, but you never know. Good luck to everybody. You ready, Big J?
Yeah.
Hello, the X.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, man. Who's this?
This is Lucas.
All right, Lucas, you're up first, man. Good luck.
I'm a tall, lanky, pasty, hat-wearing weirdo, but man, I can play the guitar.
Next.
My wife and I had a band, but everyone thought we were brother and sister, and we didn't stop them from thinking that.
Would that be the White Stripes?
Well, yeah. Well, who's the
Jack
man?
White.
Yeah, there you go.
Nailed it. Good job there, my friend.
He's the
Hang
lanky,
on,
pasty guy.
Lucas. They're both pasty for the record. But Big J, what was clue 3 just for fun?
I was a guitarist and singer of the White Stripes and started Third Man Records, which also prints a crap ton of vinyl.
And why is little Jack White in the news?
He is a baseball fan, Nick.
He is.
Pretty passionate about it. And over the weekend, he hit a milestone. He and two of his best buddies attended the Detroit Tigers and Philadelphia Phillies game. He revealed on Instagram they completed their longtime mission of seeing a baseball game in every Major League Baseball stadium.
He did it.
He also had some questions, some follow-ups. Is it necessary that we see a game in the temporary stadium that the Tampa Bay Rays are currently playing in? So there's an opportunity, I guess, there to do more.
Did he go to the one in the Oakland?
Yes,
he has.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he has.
Then yes, I think he should.
Guess you got to do the full trip there, buddy.
It's a nice stadium. They're playing at the Jupiter spring training facility, the Yankees. It's a really nice stadium, but it's obviously much smaller than that. But I think he should.
But that's a lot of stadiums. That's a lot of work.
It's a lot. Well, I mean, he is traveling across the country, so he has a lot more opportunities than the rest of us, too.
And he has a lot more financial means than most people who go on the stadium tour because a lot of people do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the other thing about baseball that is kind of nice, it's still an actual, if you're going one person just to kind of complete the task, it's a pretty affordable sport. You can get in the door for $15. It's getting there.
Right.
And if the team is more successful, it'll cost you more, obviously. But if you want to go to that Rays game, I promise you could probably get in for $7 if you wanted to. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We'll wrap up the show here next on the X. He's done. That's the latest from Ghost here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. That's going to wrap it up for this particular Tuesday. Thank you all for voting early and often for Streaming Dumbass this morning. Big J will watch a movie on Amazon Prime called Match Me If You Can, and he'll report back tomorrow and let you know what he thinks of that said romantic comedy. You can watch it at home if you'd like to play the home game. We also had a chance to give away some tickets to Ice Nine Kills, as well as the X Day at the Fair with Daughtry coming up on the 19th of this month. That trend will continue tomorrow, and that leaves you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, Nick, my greatest apologies to you.
No.
You were robbed in Pop Culture Smackdown.
What happened?
Kevin Nash was not in Peacemaker.
Where are you getting these questions?
I'll tell you that. I have chastised ChatGPT.
Damn it.
It's taken very hard. So usually I said to it, I'm like, listen, what's the point of me asking you if I have to double check every question you give? And you're right, sir.
You're yelling at your chat.
Yeah, no, I yelled at it. I'm like, you're an embarrassment to me. Knock it off. Because oftentimes I'll use it to farm out ideas and things like that, and then I'll go through and I'll double check some of it because I've had this happen before and I've caught it, and this time I just didn't, and it's like right when I said it, I'm like, that's not right.
I forgive you, but I never forget. Reminder that if you go to xrock.com right now, you can check out the X and Idaho's New 6 giving away a really cool Caldwell Night Rodeo gift package, an experience of a lifetime. It's going to kick off coming up on Tuesday of next week through the 16th at D&B Supply Arena in Caldwell. If you head to xrock.com or you can download the X app, you can enter to win a VIP prize package. We give you a pair of VIP tickets to the Caldwell Night Rodeo. You get VIP dinner experience tickets. That happens before the actual rodeo does. So free dinner and some Caldwell Night Rodeo merch as well. We're going to choose that winner coming up on Monday. So run over to xrock.com or download the Xrock app and enter that way so that you can get in the running for this great prize package courtesy of Idaho News 6 and 100.3 the X Rocks, of course. That's going to do it for us. Jason Drew is coming in next. We'll see you all tomorrow. It's the X Rocks.